good um, afternoon already. Oh my goodness, guys, it's one. Wow, the time really flew. Anyways, might as well wrap this up really quick, huh? So, how y'all doing? So, I just want to chat. I just want to talk about stuff. I just washed my hair, and it's really cold today. It's a bright day compared to yesterday and days prior. I'm not sure if you can see that it's a bit more bright than usual. And oh wow, I like bright days. I really do. I just don't like stuffy rainy days. I've always connected rainy days with horrible moments in my life. Even though I've had some horrible moments in the sunlight, I always just like to think of the worst stuff connected to rainy, cloudy days. Everything's all sad and annoying. Maybe this stems from like decades ago, since I was a child. Okay, so what am I doing over here? Let's window shop. Let's window shop, shall we? Because why not? Why can't we window shop? So, where was I now? Let's search. So, first things first, let me search for something really interesting. Can you guys see it? Ta-da! Look at them. There's so many of them. I remember just last year there was only one MAGA hat. We have this one. We have Make South Africa Great Again. Um, Holy crap! We even have a pink variation of South Africa. It's so adorable. I might get that, but there's no pink MAGA hats. So yeah, you know what? It says more options. What does that mean? Okay, only these colors. Oh, I want pink. I want pink. But hey, this is going on a special price. There's this one which is like 850. Oh, sorry, I'm pointing the camera in the wrong place. This one seems cool. Oh no, that's 1,000. Oh my goodness, I can't afford that. But this one's four. Look at that. So the only problem is there's no pink. This will be awesome to have, definitely. Um, there's also a bluish gray one. That's kind of nice. So this is the Make South Africa Great Again. Ooh, I would love this hat. Oh, but I won't wear this in public. I will never wear this in public because, yeah, I'm not going to. I'm not going to. Even a regular MAGA hat. It may not be America, but still, um, you know how people are these days. So, yeah. I was on Reddit, going through some dating chats, well, dating subreddits, and I remember seeing this one person who listed all of their requirements, and one of the requirements was no conservatives, and I was like, oh wow, even though I wasn't interested in dating this person, that was really harsh. I get that we have to date people based on our beliefs, but wow, that was like right up front. I'm not so used to people going straight up front about their politics. Like normally they'll say, "Oh, I'm into this." They won't say, "I don't want to date this." They'll just say, "Oh, I believe in so and so." So yeah, that was harsh, really harsh. But anyways, I should not let that get to me. It was a trans lesbian. Well, not trans lesbian. Well, I think. Uh, okay, never mind. Forget about that. But it was a trans dating site. T for T. I'm still confused. I'm really confused. But anyways, moving on. Let's search for something else. Let's search for sweets because I'm not gonna buy sweets. I have so much chocolates. So there's a lot of sweets over here. What's this? Never had this before. Choco Pops. Never had this brand before. What even is this? Um, Okay, Stumbo. Okay, I know the brand Stumbo. I've had their lollipops before. Their lollipops, I must say, really thick, chewy. So this is honey and ginger. Ooh, this would be really good. This would be fantastic. A lovely flavor. I've had bubblegum, I've had cola, um, I've had mixed flavors. I've had apple flavors. I've had cherry flavors of lollipops, but this one sounds unique. This one would be cool if you have a sore throat, you know? Really cool. Kit Kats. Here we go. Stumbo, regular lollipops, unique lollipops. Oh, sorry, I'm not even pointing the camera correctly. Okay. These are my favorite kind of sweets. These are little apricot sweets. They're so good. Now, I don't think I've ever had an apricot before, but this is so good. They have these light, small crystals of sugar on top. It's so good. It's so soft and foamy. Trust me, that's delicious. I've had them since a child. Even this one too, since a child. They have these faces, these ugly faces, but they taste so good. What do you call them? Funny faced shaped candy, but it's more like a foamy chocolate, not chocolate sweet. Some people call it marshmallows. These, oh my goodness, these are such nostalgic candy. When I was in school, I used to eat them. I remember specifically in high school, I would buy a few of them, and then I would keep them in my blazer, and then I would try to open it. I'd try to open it with one hand in classroom. So as it's quiet, I'll just try to slowly open it without making so much noise. It was difficult. It was stressful. And then I would quickly slip it in my mouth before anyone looks at me, you know? And I'll try not to make a face that I have a sweet in my mouth. Eclairs are really delicious. So I don't know if the rest of the world has these because it's Cadbury. So caramel toffee with cocoa cream center. It's so good. And I just stopped eating them because they're just so hard. Some of them are soft, and when you bite into it, chocolate oozes out. So good. Really good. Bounties. Who doesn't love bounties? We have our own version of bounties, so we don't need it. We don't need it. M&M's, more Stumbo, worms, gummy worms, more Artine sweets, Jolly Ranchers. Never had Jolly Ranchers before. These ones I think I remember having in primary school the most. They're the most sour sweets imaginable, and I'm really craving them, you know? Really crave them. So there are these smaller dairy milk. Back in my day, in the late 2000s, there was this slab. Oh, what happened? Oh my goodness. Nothing was available. Oh my goodness. What happened? Did I press anything? What the heck did I press? You know, it's hard to get used to this device because it's so gigantic. But anyways, there used to be this dairy milk chocolate. It used to be thin, and I don't know about this size, maybe slightly bigger. And it would come in two offs. You can easily snap it. That was the best plain dairy milk chocolate ever. They don't make that anymore. Really sad. That used to be the best. I'm just looking for candy. I'm not gonna buy anything. I have so much already, so much candy already in my fridge, and I'm saving them. I still have a large Easter bunny, chocolate hollow Easter bunny, and I don't know when to eat that. What else do we have? Skittles, Skittles. It's been a while since I've had Skittles. Twix. It's been a while since I've had Twix. Whoa, is this a new flavor? Yep, it is. Cookie dough flavor. Oh my goodness, I would love to try that out. Sour Patch never had any. Aero. I actually have this chocolate, actually the plain version, in my fridge. The mint version is pretty cool too, especially if you haven't had them in a long time. Here's a funny story about these sweets. So they're like large, um, what do you call them? Well, it's right over here, liquid menthol flavored center. Well, those kind of sweets. You know, they dissolve when you put it in your mouth, but you can obviously bite into it and chew it. There's like a chewy center. And one funny story was back in 2016, I had this sweet in my mouth, and we were called in during the break for a breakdown of our geography and I think history papers. I can't remember which term this was, but I went in anyways to this room, and this was like a room that we the school barely used at times, but anyways, it was really large, and I remember just sitting down as I was writing, the sweet got stuck in my throat. You could feel the pain in it, and I was like praying that that the teacher finishes writing down the breakdown and we can just be dismissed, so so we can just get out. And as soon as we were dismissed, I quickly drank water from the tap. And since the sweet wasn't like it wasn't something like a freaking jawbreaker. It was like this. It was like this. So it was slowly dissolving in my throat as it went in. So it wasn't like a horrible thing. These ones dissolve really fast. But it was a pain I never wanted to face. Ever. Okay, so let's search for some other stuff. Let's see Smurf stuff. I love Smurfs. Apparently there is this new archive book for Smurf comics, and I would love to get them, but I know the price will be ridiculous. Look at this. This is so adorable. I don't have a Smurf plush. I only have like three Smurf toys all together. Ooh, I would love to get this. Cookie cutter. Okay, that's it. Okay, I was expecting more, but you know what? That's okay. So, what else can we search? Don't really know. Don't really know. I'm so confused. Um, okay, let me just search for puzzles. There are some cool puzzles, but not every puzzle I can afford. I still have my RGS puzzles from 2019, which I never completed. But look at these designs. They're so beautiful, so gorgeous, and they're so relaxing to have. Oh, this one's back in stock. Interesting, because I wanted to buy this like a few years ago. That's beautiful. Look at that. Now, what I'm afraid of is companies using AI to now make beautiful artworks and sell them as puzzles. That's the problem because I don't want that. I want actual art. I want beautiful drawings, beautiful landscapes. And I get it, it's cheaper to use AI, but it's better, in my opinion, to just use painters and artists. Just pay them a small fee and that's it. It's just not fair, guys. It's not fair that AI could be used for puzzles. And you can tell when AI is being used. It's just not fun. You know, I have no problem with AI. I know some people go really crazy with AI, like they just have a zero tolerance for AI. But I'm someone on the fence. I know that AI is going to replace a lot of artists because companies are really cheap. But on the other hand, I also believe that AI could be used for just regular types of casual stuff. You know, if you want to make a beautiful funny image, you can do that. It's just it's all about fun. It's not practical all the time, you know? Anyways, moving on from this, there's a lot of puzzles. Ooh, Hot Wheels. I still have a lot of Hot Wheels. So many of them. This one is Barbie. I wonder what people still think about the Barbie movie. I remember when it came out 2 years ago, and I think a lot of people just stopped talking about it. It's forgotten. It'll only be remembered possibly for the controversies, and that's the problem. That's what I don't like about controversies. It's that people only remember that instead of everything else. And everything has controversies, but you can easily ignore many controversies. Some controversies you can't ignore because that was the entire point. And I'm sure you guys have noticed that movie companies, production companies only use outrage as a way to get people to talk about their products. It's so ridiculous. It's so annoying. It's so cringe. You know what? Let's start with the Nintendo Switch 2. I wonder if they have it yet. Oh, 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 ow, baby. Oh, they have it. They have it. Look at the price, by the way. Look at that handsome price. I can't even afford a regular version of the Switch. The Switches here in my country, and just consoles in general, are double the price. They've been double the price for such a long time. There's no way this is in real pricing is 14K, possibly 8K, maybe 7K, 6K, but not 14. Okay, it's just extra. But hey, you have these consoles, and that's fantastic. It comes out next month. Ooh, I know everyone is getting jittery for that. I don't blame them. You know, Switch. There we go. You also get this camera. Now, I think this is going to be necessary for some video games, but overall, it's going to be a forgotten accessory. I feel like Nintendo might make more use of this with their own games, though. Um, I was really plotting to get the OLED version. Okay, so we have Switch 2 Joy-Cons. I would love to get Joy-Cons. Never, I don't have original Joy-Cons at all. I just have my Switch Lites, and that was really expensive. Some games are going to be like digital in some way. No, I don't like the cover of the Switch 2. I feel like it's too much red, whereas the original Switch, um, it was like a white cover or a translucent cover, and just a picture of the game. That's it. But this one feels a bit weird. I don't know how big the covers in size will actually be, but that strong red is just too much. So thankfully, I never played all of these games, but um, Mario Kart World, that's going to be a fun game to play. When I was a kid, I remember, I don't know which restaurant it was, but I had so many of those Mario characters, toys. They were so cool. Okay, okay. So honestly, some people are even already selling these switches at a high price online. Like they'll buy a bunch of stock and then they'll sell it. It's like, wow, people are already doubling up the price. Oh, but seriously, if I were to get a Switch 2, I would get a Switch 2 with a game because right now there's not much games for this, and apparently the game is like half price, they say, but no, I don't think so. I think it's full price. This is the price without game. As you can see, it's that price, and this is with the game. So it's like, yeah, you practically it's practically in the bundle altogether. So you're not paying for anything less. You're paying for the same price. Nintendo was pretty good at getting you guys, getting all of us to pay for their stuff, but you don't blame them. They make quality products. People can get really upset at all the nonsense going on, but at the end of the day, they're the ones pricing stuff, you know. Um, and just all console companies are doing this, and it's weird how people like to find scapegoats just to blame everything else instead of saying, hey, some things are going to be overpriced, and that's okay. Say it as it is. Own the pricing. Stop trying to point the blame at other people. I remember when there was all this chatter about tariffs, and yes, it would increase the price, but the price itself of the Switch games being around like what, $70, $80, that was planned ahead of time. Okay, companies have been expanding prices for years, you know. So yeah, games now, even for like PS5 and Xbox, are $70. Only a few people complained just a few years ago, and now it's widely accepted as $70 games. So that's the problem. Some games are like $120 and stuff like that. And it's like, really, really, who are you going to blame? A lot of people are just trying to strum up some kind of controversy because it's the Orange Man. But that really makes you wonder how much is how much of reality is superficial, because going back to like 8 9 years ago, I guarantee you, before Orange Man, most people did not care about the climate. Most people did not care about all of these feminism stuff or whatever. Most people were just like regular people, normies, and then all of a sudden people got radicalized. All of a sudden, you start hearing news about massive marches happening. All of it is superficial. It seems like it. Am I using the right word? Regardless, it all feels that way. And now people are trying to strum up some kind of massive gamer uprising. It's so cringe because just a few months ago, Grums, I don't know if you guys know him, but he's pretty prominent on Twitter, and he was like, "Oh yeah, mess with gamers, then yeah, you're gonna get it," or something like that. And everyone called him cringe. But I guess now everyone's like, "Yep, gamers have to rise up for the prices of games that they will still pay for anyways, no matter who's in charge." Anyways, I don't even have this much at all, you know, and you know, if I were to buy anything, I'd buy from this website because last time I purchased my Monster Hunter game back in 2021 from the official Nintendo site, and because of that, I needed two things: proof of address and copy of an ID. I did not know you needed that. All I'm saying is that buying on a different website will be much better because this website doesn't require you to have IDs or whatever like that. You just pay for it, and there you go. You get it delivered. Simple. Oh, but this would be lovely to have. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this window shop window shopping video. Okay, before we go, we should just search for some books, right? Why not search for some book? I've been looking for Enid Blyton books, and there's a lot of them. In other countries, there's better sets available, and on other websites, local websites too. So this one I would love to get. It's so beautiful. Look at this. So it's the adventure series, the River of Adventure, the Circus of Adventure, the Ship of Adventure, the Mountain of Adventure, the Sea, the Valley, the Castle, the Island. All of them sound so simple and nice. I feel like I'm slowly leaning towards writing a bit like Enid Blyton, in the way that the stories are more episodic, and things just feel in place and just really imaginative. I feel like I'm kind of writing some stories like that whilst others will be more serialized. Okay, so, sometimes the prices on this website will be like a bit extra, and sometimes they go on special. I need to go online and like search all the books Enid ever wrote, and the ones that are available I can purchase. Like the famous five, I would love to have like all of the books. I'm not sure if I should get the collection version or get all 21 books, because I did hear that one of the editions, the 2017 editions, I think, or maybe it was 2015 or 2016, I can't remember, but one of those editions um, were censored, and like censored in a very modern way, and I was afraid of that. I'll have to do some research on which edition is censored, which edition has so much of the PC stuff, because I know that there's been multiple editions of her works throughout the years, slight words changed and stuff like that. But for the most part, if something was changed in the past, it was mostly like racial stuff, right? But now everything is freaking changed, because every single word is politically incorrect. So I have to make sure and get the right versions, because I just don't like. I don't like. I don't like this kind of like PC stuff all the time. It's ridiculous. It's funny how 2 years ago, apparently they were plotting to have sensitivity readers for the Gone with the Wind book, and apparently it was too powerful for them, that they just left a warning on the books, and there you go. I know this sounds weird, but I rather have a warning on my books than a full-on censored piece of paper, because let's face it, having a warning that has, like, for example, video game warnings. I know that obviously video games, they have all those kind of like ratings. That's good, because it stops like just the wrong demographic from purchasing it. So if you have like a warning on your book with, oh, it's going to feature some kind of like blood, then of course you can just have a warning of it, and yes, less people will buy it, but I think it's just much better, in my opinion, to have that, or else then your work will be subjected in the future to censorship. So I'll just search for them, more of these books. um Set. Paddington. There used to be this old stop motion Paddington series they used to show on television when I was a kid. And every time I remember, after school, I would return home and I would see Paddington on television. I wouldn't watch it, it wasn't for me. My older sister loved Paddington, but no, not that wasn't my thing. It wasn't something that I liked. But I remember that. Um, the World of Peter Rabbit. I would love to get these books. Anne of Green Gables. There's also another one, uh, Little House on the Prairie. I want to get those books. So yeah, like there's just a lot of books I want to get from different authors. Right now, I'm just thinking of like getting another book from Enid Blyton, but then I also want to get books from like different authors, and I also want to get into the Artie Boys series. I remember when I was a kid, other students used to read Artie Boys, and apparently it was pretty cool, and that's why I never really cared about it. But yeah, I would like to get this series. So, I'll just bounce about, look for some books. The one book that I'm actually looking forward for, well, not looking forward for, looking for, well, a series technically, it's the Mona the Vampire books. I can't find them. The original Mona the Vampire cartoon was apparently based on books. I can't find them. I don't think they're on print anymore. That's kind of sad. I would like to know more about this character, because I grew up watching the cartoons. So And I love the cartoon. Some of the episodes are available on YouTube, and oh my goodness, it's like it's like it's so saturated. It's so weird. I love it. I really love it. I was also watching some little Lulu cartoons like a few years ago, and I was like, oh wow, this is so cool. I remember watching it when I was a kid. Um, so many cool cartoons I used to watch. Anyways, that's about it for this video. But yeah, I just want to buy a lot of books. Just enjoy books from different authors. Now, um, I just hope I get uncensored versions because that's the best part. That's the best versions. Uncensored are the best. Anyways, bye bye.